Welcome to the EQ Video Tip. I'm your host, Eric Forsetter. It's great to have you today. We've got an amazing show. Before we jump into the show, let's talk about the goals of EQ Video Tip. Welcome back. We've got a great show today, and it comes to us from Dr. Travis Bradberry, who's the Chief People Scientist at LeadX. And he's going to talk to us today, and he's also a great author and a best-selling author of Emotional Intelligence 2.0. We're going to talk about phrases that emotionally intelligent people refuse to use. And have you ever been in a conversation and you realize that you said something and people interpreted it the wrong way? We're going to talk about how to stop that and what phrases you should use instead of these. Let's take a look at some of the phrases that Dr. Bradberry has for us. You look tired. Probably not something you want to hear. Think about a tired person. They've got droopy eyes, their hair's all disheveled, they just look like they're not ready to engage. And when you tell someone, hey, you look tired, think about the insult you're giving them as opposed to a compliment. Instead, focus on something else. Maybe something like, is everything okay? Most people, if you ask them, is something okay, you realize that they're intending to help you out and they're trying to figure out what's wrong and how they can help you. So instead of assuming someone's disposition that, oh, they're tired, just ask in this way that he or she can open up to you. You always, you never. Try to avoid absolutes. It sounds cliche-ish, but it's really important because most people don't see themselves as a one-dimensional person. Instead, you can say something like, I notice that you often do this, or you do this often enough for me to notice. Those sort of things help people open up and want to connect with you more around what their problem is and how to help them out. As I said before, it can be a very insulting phrase, believe it or not, because you're implying that that person wasn't listening or can't comprehend what you're saying. When in fact, it might be that you didn't deliver the message as clearly or as articulately as you wanted to. So instead of saying, as I said before, you could say something like, here's the message in case you didn't understand it, or let me try to convey it in a better tone so you can understand what I'm trying to provide to you in terms of information. Take a moment before you say, as I said before. Good luck. I know I say this one all the time, and I do mean it. But when you think about it, we don't really need luck if we're putting in all the skills and hard work and effort. Instead, say something like, I know that you have what it takes to make this happen. It's a great way to instill confidence in the team and instill confidence in the person that you're talking to. Here's one that gets me in trouble all the time. It's up to you or whatever you want. Well, I may not have a strong opinion about something, but I care a bit, and I do have some sort of an opinion. So instead of saying, I don't care, say, I don't have a strong opinion, but here are a couple things for you to consider before making your final choice. Here's a tough one. Wow, you've lost a ton of weight. Once again, it means well, but it comes across as, hey, you were fat before, or you were really out of shape. Instead, say something like this, you look fantastic. It takes away the past, it takes away the future. Instead, it's comparing how you are right now in this present time. And it's just a compliment for someone who's looking great. That concludes this week's EQ video tip. Here are the tips that Dr. Bradberry provided for us, as well as a few more that were in his article. Please take them and use them to help your EQ get 10x. So that concludes our EQ video tip for today. Try incorporating some of these tips into your daily routine. But remember, use what works best for you and personalize it for yourself. Thank you always to our great research team for providing us with some great tips today. As always on EQ Video Tip, we want to end with gratitude. So thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Here are some resources that you can use if you want more information on EQ going forward. Thank you again, and we look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thank you.